Hi, I'm Michelle Fox. I am a skincare and cosmetics consultant, and so far everything that I've posted on Instagram and YouTube have been videos that I've started in Facebook. And I thought I just wanted to do a video that was just exclusively for you and have a chance for you to get to know me a little bit outside of my Facebook realm. I do sell Mary Kay cosmetics when I do any kind of a tutorial. Everything that I use is Mary Kay. However, I try to do it in such a way that you can still learn and apply the things that I'm doing regardless of what makeup and tools you are personally using. So today I was learning myself, watching somebody else on YouTube, how to apply my eye makeup differently, because I'm having issues not only with my eyes becoming more hooded with age, yuck, but also my eyes have always been droopy. And I really like and have used highlight on my lids. I just have always thought that's been really flattering, but the more I've done with live filming, I see myself and I feel like the highlight on my lid really accentuates the fact that my eyes are no longer, and probably never were, almond shaped, my eyelids. I don't know what the heck this shape is, but it's not almond. And so I thought, okay, now I need to focus on not only lifting them and pushing back the hood, but I need to not have the focus be on the lid. So, it kind of blew my mind. So I started watching different videos, and so I want to experiment with what I feel I've learned. And as I started pulling out the colors I was going to try today, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do this right on camera. No better way for you to get to know me than to hear my thoughts as I try something new. This will shed a lot of light. I'm the kind of person that I'm going to try a new recipe when I have a whole bunch of people coming over. Why not? It's like, I don't want to try a new recipe just for me. I'm going to wait and try it, and win or lose, I'm going to do it when a whole bunch of people are here. So I'm going to try this new technique, and maybe I'll look like a fool, but I'll have company while I do. So let's try, shall we? I got my brush. Oh gosh, hold on. Okay, so this look is going to use at least 4 eye colors. So if this is something that you want to follow along with, I'm assuming that you are fairly familiar with the terms I'm going to use. So I put 4 colors. I chose them and I put them in this little mini palette that Mary Kay has. So I'm using Blossom, Dusty Rose, Golden Rose. Is that what it's called? No, Golden, no. I'm going to have to look that up. It's something rose. I think it is Golden Rose. I'll look it up. And Sweet Plum. And so this is matte, shimmer, shimmer. Generally speaking, I stay away from any kind of shimmer, but I have learned that the more finely milled it is, that I can pull it off. I'm being a little daring using the Sweet Plum because this has an ingredient called carmine that I'm actually allergic to. And so if your eyes itch when you use certain colors, you may very well be allergic to carmine. Maybe I'll do a video on that too. But it's just, I felt like this would really tie in these colors, so I just wanted to use it. I haven't used it in ages, but I just thought, we'll throw caution to the wind and do that. So these are the colors that I'm using, and I'll probably at the very end use one more, either black or Merlot or something. I'm going to need one last one that's really, really dark. But anyway, and I'm going to try to get close so that you can really see really well what I'm attempting to do. So let's see what's happening here. Okay, so the first thing that I observed was that whereas I tend to really like to accentuate underneath my brow bone, the person I was watching said that YouTubers feel that that's very old-fashioned, very old-timey. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm at the age now where I'm doing old-timey stuff and don't even realize it. That's disturbing. But she said that she still likes to do it because, she feels that it's flattering if you just use a really small amount really close to the brow. So I'm like, oh, at least she threw me that bone. So, and okay, here's this. I'm going to keep referring to her, she said, and I guess I can put her in the description, but I almost don't want to refer you back to her because here's why. She definitely does not need me. She's already got a gazillion followers. And if she were to watch this, she would be like, holy smokes, this doesn't look anything like how she intends it to look. So I may do more harm than good in giving her kudos for this. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. But anyway, so she began with a highlight just under the brow bone, you know, just right at the very, very top, not extending it down really at all. And that for me is different because I'm a big proponent of a whole lot of highlight. Whenever I have appointments with people and they just barely put any highlight on, I'm like, more, more, more. You know, you can't get too much. There's no such thing as too much. So, I guess I was incorrect about that. So we're just putting a little bit of highlight there. Okay, well, that was easy and kind of boring. And then this was, I guess, the biggest new thing is that instead of really focusing on the transition or the mid-tone, she went right to what I would call the prettiest color. Like she chose not necessarily the accent color. She just chose a color that she wanted to focus on and have that on her lid. Whereas I would have normally put a highlight on my lid. So that's where I'm using this. Okay, I gotta find out what it's actually called. Okay. In Mary Kay world. It's either gold and something. All right, who am I kidding? I need my glasses. Hold that thought. Sunlit rose. What did I say before? Golden something. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's the problem. We have a golden mauve and we have a sunlit rose, but this is sunlit rose. Golden mauve is a little richer and darker. Okay. There. Now I feel so much better. So I'm going to put sunlit rose on my lid where I normally would have put a light matte highlight. And she said too, as far as wondering how far up to put it, that she said to feel, she didn't use this expression, but I would say the orbital bone. She said to feel up to where your crease is, but you know, who knows where our crease is these days. But I can feel that bone. So she said to cover your lid all the way to where that bone is. And like when my eye is relaxed and I'm kind of manipulating it, it can seem a little bit almond shaped, but in real life, I don't know, it's funky. It's not, I don't know, something is desperately wrong. Oh my heavens. But truly, this is kind of a lifelong thing. I remember when I was young, that I would say I had Rocky Balboa eyes. They just have always been droopy. And I would be really frustrated because I wasn't savvy enough to realize that I would never look like the cat-eyed models that I was trying to look like, you know, that it just wasn't physically possible. Took me a lot of years to like get a clue on that. So I think one of my eyebrows is darker than the other. So these two steps are pretty simple and straightforward and not exactly anything, you know, that I haven't ever heard before. Although I didn't always do this part. So then this next part, I need to dig over here, get a different brush, is interesting in terms of how you decide where this goes. She took a super skinny brush and loaded up her darkest color and said that in order to determine how far up and exactly where your accent or your darkest color goes, to go the length of this brush basically. But so she started out just lining underneath, and then she took the brush and went just the length of the brush, or the width of the brush, I guess. And then she turned it around, you know, back and forth to make it really obvious. And that's how far up she wants, I feel funny keep referring to her, but it's true. It's all her. That's how far up we're going to go. And I think I always reference my eyebrow too. So if you want to kind of figure, you're going from the corner of your eye to your brow, but as far as how far up you're going, the width of this brush. Does that all sound good? Interesting. Okay, so that is just giving us a guideline, like a little map. And honestly, I can't remember if she went on top, but I always do. So let's do that too. We'll do more later with that, but I don't want to feel unbalanced. Unbalanced, yeah, good word for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's do this side. And again, just going right out there, like pointing it toward the end of your brow. Or you're just pressing it in just to make a line. And then flip it just to get a little more product on there. Just making that mark, basically. Just a little guideline. Yeah, that's clever. That's clever. I mean, we're not anywhere near done. You'll see what's happening in a sec. That is very clever. Okay, and let me go on top so that we're all even Steven here. Yeah, I see where this is going, and I think I like it. Then she used a brush that I don't have, so we're going to use just probably... The point was that we want a little more control. So I'm going to use a brush that has a smaller head, a little more, tighter bristles, because we want to deposit a dark color in a specific area. So I am going to take my Sweet Plum, which was my darkest color. I just have to pause, make sure I'm doing the right colors. And this is the area that we were working in. And so now we're going to start like at the end where we figured out, that's how high we want to go, and come toward the area that we've already colored with the pretty color that we chose for our lid. And then there's going to be, let's see, I'll put the mirror down. Then there's going to be an area here that's blank, so to speak. So we're going to fill that in. So we've got our starting point. We're bringing this color in, and then we're going to have, fill in that little gap. I feel like I want more product on there because I wanted that to be a little more dramatic. And we're still going to blend that out. Yeah, I see where this is going. So basically that's like your wedge or your 7. It's just a different way of getting there. Cool. So far so good, I think. I feel really bare not having any anything in between my highlight and all this, but I know that that's coming. Do I have the same amount on both sides? I need a little smidge more since I added. All right. Then take a little bigger brush, a little bigger, fluffier brush to kind of blend that out. You're not adding any color, and you're not making big movements because you don't want to, you just made an effort to be precise, so you want to keep it in that general area, but you want to blend it out a bit. Yeah, I could have chosen an even darker color because there's not a lot of drama with this. I'm already nervous about my lids looking crepey. I normally only do matte on my lids, but when I was thinking about, you know, if I'm not going to do a highlight on my lids, what the heck am I going to put on my lids? I wanted something pretty. When I think of pretty, you know, I think of shimmer. What's a droopy-eyed hooded girl to do? Okay, so kind of see what's happening here. And then the next step, I guess, is to relax your eyes and look straight at the mirror and to determine if you need to bring this up higher, because we all who have hooded eyes know that as we relax, and this hood, the flap, comes down and basically blocks everything we just did. And sure enough, I can see that happening where you're not seeing much of the color that I just did. And my eyes are different sizes and different shapes, different everything. So one always looks a little weirder than the other. But I think that I do need to bring that color up a little more. And she said not to add color to your brush, but I'm going to be naughty and add a little more color to my brush because, like I said, I just feel like I could use a little more drama. So it's basically the same area, same overall shape. We're just going up a little higher. Does that make sense? And then in doing that, we're going to kind of bring, you know, just blend it in a bit. We're not going too far, you know, toward the lid because we still want that to be separate, as I recall. Okay, now I feel like I don't have that sharp edge anymore. And she did use a wipe, a makeup wipe, and she kept doing this, but I usually use a Q-tip or something at the very end to make that a little sharper. I did prep my eyes with eye primer. Always do that. Okay. Probably took that up a little too high, but we'll fix it all. I always feel like, yeah, we'll fix it. We'll keep working on it. It's all good. So I'm just adding a little more, a little higher. And this is pretty much what I tell people, and you're watching it happen, is that if you don't like it, you just keep it, you know, you add a little, you smudge a little, you blend it. I mean, you just work with it until it's good, close enough. Until it's good enough. So am I changing that shape too much? Maybe I am. I don't know. We're experimenting, right? Okay. I can definitely see where the next step is key, at least for me. Key for me. Okay. So I don't know if I undid everything that I had done. I feel like maybe I did wrong. Maybe I've done you wrong. I don't know. Okay, so my point was just to try to have the same look, but more higher. Okay. Well, anyway, at this point, she pointed out that we do indeed have an area between the highlight and all this other, and that is where we finally, thank goodness, can use our transition color. And I think the brush I like to use for that fell down. Oh, I just have way too much stuff on my desk. And so the transition color that I'm using is Dusty Rose. Really nice, matte, easy to use. Okay, tap it off. Don't blow on it. We don't need any extra moisture. And so we're just using this just to blend the two areas together. And YouTubers have this wonderful way of kind of doing little circly things and swooshing all over the place, and miraculously everything looks fabulous. I don't know how to do that. I just kind of do like a windshield wiper motion. I usually start from the outside and come toward the inside. And then I just blend it with little feathery strokes. So in my mind, I'm just thinking that this is just helping me make all of this a little more cohesive. And then it kind of helps with the crazy that I did over there. It's different. I don't know. I'm just not used to seeing this much color on my eye. Because normally I would have that really light blossom. I'd have a whole bunch of that up top and a whole bunch of that on my lid. So this is really different for me. Different isn't necessarily bad though, is it? It's funny how I remember when, like, big bangs in the front, this is really dating me, when it was time to let that go, my hairstylist kept saying, you got to, you know, not have the volume up there, and it just looked so weird to me not to have any volume up there. It's any kind of change is so hard for me, and I just can tell this is going to be, if I stick with this, this is going to be hard. Because I just feel like I've got so much color now. But the question is, does all that color kind of camouflage the fact that my eyes are droopy and hooded? I don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. All right, well, we're not totally done, because then to continue to kind of lift things up, you take like your very, very darkest shade, and you can either tight line or just line from above. I'm not good at tight lining. I always end up getting something in my eye, and I don't like how that feels. So I still go from above. I know that probably at some point I'll be hooded enough that that won't even be an option, which is kind of a sad thought. But for now, I can do this. And then the same way for doing like a little bit of a wing, she kind of took this same really skinny brush and just brought it out, you know, just like how we defined where we wanted that dark color to go, but not quite as far. And then she brought it across. I don't know if that's really a wing. And this is Merlot, which is another color that has carmine in it. So I'm going to be an itchy fool. But I do like how all these purples and pinks go together. I just wanted to have like kind of a darker something, just kind of help bring that up. It doesn't seem very precise. Oh yeah, I remember she wet hers. I only watched it once. That's the other thing. I just kind of want to do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Watch it once. Let's try it. I don't know. This feels kind of blotchy or something. Go over here. Sorry about that. I used to be terrible at lining my eye on top. And then once you get the hang of it, it's really not hard at all. You just have to just get super duper close to your lashes, so close that it tickles. You know, once you get the hang of it, like anything, you hardly remember why it was such a problem. Trying to get that little wing on that side too. And she added false eyelashes just on the end you know, and the wispies, you know, just the tips. I'm not going there. I wish I could, but I'm terrible at those. Someday I will be able to do that. No problem. Well, this is what I feel the need for. I'm going to kind of blend it, and then I'm going to put a little more highlight on there. I'm going to blend in here. It bothers me to have a lot of color like right in here close to my nose. This was just a clean fluffy brush. I'm just kind of cleaning that up. And then, where did I put my foundation brush? I like to keep my foundation brush handy. That's how I usually clean up around here. Any fallout. And then if this isn't adequate for making a nice clean line right here, then I'll use a Q-tip or something. But generally speaking, this is usually all I need. Also, like really messed up. So this is just like some residual foundation that's on my foundation brush. Helping me clean up a bit. A smidge. Okay. And I was going to add a little bit more of my highlight. Gotta make sure I don't have anything else on this brush so that it's nice and light. Then we're gonna make our final determination. Yay or nay. I'm not really feeling it, but maybe when it's all put together. I don't know. What's everybody thinking? Of course, she looked like $1 million when she was done. I'm just not feeling it. Let's throw on some mascara. I don't know. Like I want to put on something and have it be like, wow, you know, such a big difference. And this isn't it. Then again, maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe I'm expecting to look, you know, way younger, and that's just ain't gonna happen. I don't know. And two, it can the colors that you choose can have, you know, be a factor. She had a palette, can't remember what. It was like a palette that all came together in a compact, so you know, they were meant to be used together. These I just kind of chose randomly, but they do look nice together. Well, I'm going to say the jury's still out for me. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think that I went awry when I brought it up higher? I don't know. Or do you think that it is making a difference? Okay, let me relax my eye a lot. That's the thing too, is that I've trained myself that when I'm talking, or especially for pictures, to kind of lift my brows to, you know, so that you can see my shade. But if I'm super relaxed, I mean, no matter what, you're going to see those hoods. I mean, what are you going to do? They're there. Huh. Well, what do you think? Yay, nay? I guess what I need to do is have a picture of me with this light so that you can have something to compare it to. Well, it's definitely better than with nothing on our eyes. I don't know. You can tell me your thoughts as long as you're nice to me. I guess that's probably why I haven't done a whole lot on YouTube, because people can just say whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have a thick enough skin. But all right, well, that was kind of fun. Next time I'll have to do something that I know I'm good at, though. But nice getting to know you a little bit. Make a couple comments, and then we can have a little back and forth. If you have questions about any of these products, you can, let's see, what have I got hooked up? If you're on Instagram, of course, you can click the link in my bio. YouTube, I do have a description, in my channel. I'm sure, yeah, I'll go back and make sure I've got all the adequate links and everything that you need to learn more about these products there too. All right, thanks for your patience. I'm learning. Thanks.